Viewers, this is my first video for my vlog, my video log. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. First of all, my name is James Lassiter. Some people know me as Jimbo. I'm 40, late 40s. I'm knocking on 50, and I am in North Little Rock, actually at the Galloway Hotel, Galloway Inn, and in training right now. So that being said, and it is 4:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to class, and thought I would give a little introductory video to my vlog. Had seen many other vlogs on YouTube. Dale Clay is one of them that I've watched quite a bit. I'm a subscriber there. Allie Knight, I think it's her name. John and Jade. There's a guy on there that kind of, I guess, goes by Buck Wild, I believe. And so there's lots of people out there that have these vlogs, and so I just thought I would join in the fray. I may be a little bit different than the rest of them. So who knows, maybe it'll be something that's, some of my content may be a little bit different, but a lot of it's going to be the same, because the same things that brought, have me looking and watching their videos, obviously other people interested in as well, from looking at how many subscribers they have. So it'll be similar, places I go, things I do. I'm in truck driving training right now. And so obviously the loads I'm hauling, the places I'm going, things I see, people I meet, that kind of stuff. So I am in training at Maverick Transportation. This is my second time here. I was here a couple years ago and came back. I did a stint as a supervisor in a plant after I left Maverick the first time, and I did miss driving a truck. I mean, there's obviously things about it that everything has its pros and cons, and truck driving is no different. It has its pros and cons, and so I'm back. So why Maverick Transportation? Why did I come here? I'm sure there are people that considering driving a truck, and want to know, why Maverick Transportation? Why not TMC or Melton or Boyd or any number of Hornady other flatbed companies, and why flatbed? I picked Maverick Transportation the first time, because they have they appear professional. I understood they had a good reputation on the road, and they pay pretty good. So now, why Maverick? Number one, I know Maverick. I know they take training seriously. They take safety seriously. They take their reputation seriously. And I want, if I'm going to be a company driver, I want to be with a reputable company that does things right, does things seriously. So like I said, I had an opportunity to go to TMC. Actually, we're trying to get me to schedule an orientation date. I had an opportunity to go to Melton. There's lots of opportunities out there for someone who is willing to work for a living, and there are fewer people today than years gone by that believe a good, honest day of work has value outside of a paycheck. But truck driving is, at least flatbed, is not a good job for someone who likes to do the minimum and get by. Why flatbed? I don't want to sit in a truck and bump docks. I don't want to sit and just be someone that just swings the door open and closed. And I want to work, and so That's why I follow the flatbed. And I'll tell you, that's a good thing about Maverick. Um, they really start training you to work. So the training is serious here. Long days. Like I said, I'm in securement training right now. I was in orientation last week. This week is um, securement, flatbed securement, and there's a lot of material they cover. And we're normally in class from about 6 a.m. and we're normally getting out around 4:35 in the afternoon. And the day is packed. They give you homework every night, and it's a solid day. Lots of training, um, but there's a lot of material that you got to know. I mean, they prepare you for life as a professional driver, flatbed driver. So I would say the accommodations are reasonable. Um, like I said, I'm at the Galloway Inn, which is just right down the road from Maverick Transportation, the terminal here in North Little Rock. Um, like I said, it's a hotel. So they also have what they call the Maverick Hotel. It's accommodations on their site and on their grounds, and it too is like a hotel. The way it's set up, it's got a lobby with a TV. It's got vending machines in the lobby. The rooms have bathrooms. They have dressers. They have beds. You will bunk with someone. There'll be two people to a room. And right now I don't have a roommate, but it just so happens that's because there was a guy here when I got here, but he went to go be with his trainer, meet a trainer and do some on the road training. They do that with unexperienced drivers. If you are an experienced driver, you go through the training, then they'll assign you a truck. So, yeah. So the training is serious. Accommodations are reasonable. The facility is top notch. I mean, it is one of the best as far as from what I've seen in videos and pictures of other places. It's right on up there with the best of them. So I think you'll be if you decide to come to Maverick, I think you'll be pleased with the accommodations. And listen, they feed you decent meals. I mean, it's not being catered by the top catering businesses in Little Rock, but the food is good. There's plenty of it, um, and they provide you for breakfast with breakfast, excuse me, and lunch, and even sometimes dinner. So it's they're a very professional organization. They do things the right way. The content is extensive. It is full, and I would say sufficient, but I mean that could be very much um, perspective. So, but like the very first, you get here on a Saturday. Orientation starts on Sunday. Obviously, orientation is telling you about Maverick and thanking you for coming to Maverick. You do a physical, and they go. Maverick does not do the minimum when it comes to anything. So with the physical, they don't do the minimum. You got to be in some sort of shape. Um, like I said, I'm uh, fixing to be, I'm 49. So, um, and before I got here, I worked out. Um, I ran. I wasn't a couch potato by no stretch of the imagination. And I'm sore. I'm sore. My legs, my back, my feet are sore. Um, so you got to be in shape. Obviously, if you're going to be a flatbed driver, you got to be in shape. There's a lot of climbing. There's a lot of lifting. You're going to sweat. You're going to be cold. Um, you're going to get rained on. You're going to get dirty, and that's not for everybody. For me, that's what I wanted. So um, think about it. If make sure you want to be a flatbed driver. If you want to work for a living. Um, or if you want to be, just a steering wheel holder. So, um, but that's yeah, they go over your benefits, um, and they spend a lot of time on safety. You get a lot of safety briefings. They really stress safety and safe driving. They actually talk about value-driven driving. There's essential seven and driven driving. They're proper, and this is what they are: proper following distance, uh, proper speed for conditions, attentive to the road ahead, avoiding distractions, maintaining one lane, yield of the right of way, and react properly to hazards. And they cover the four main cause for accidents with driving trucks, which are rear ends, lane changes, loss of control and run unders. They tell you about their trucks and the systems that they have to combat some of these main causes of accidents, like for rear ends. They have a system on the truck called On Guard. Um, it's an active system. If you start following somebody too close, it'll warn you. And if you don't slow down, it'll slow you down. Um, they have a lane departure warning system on their truck. So if you swap lanes unsafely without signaling or whatever, it will warn you that you're changing lanes. And there's a variety of way it does that. And they have cameras in the trucks. They don't face in; they all face out. But they really do go above and beyond. And I would say are almost probably even pioneers when it comes to safety on the roads. So let's see what I've got notes. I'm trying to review my notes. The content on this is fairly accurate and sufficient. They're big on cell phones. They tell you if they catch you on a cell phone, if you get a ticket for being on a cell phone or whatever, then that is ground for termination. So yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot. Not only do they have training, orientation and training for those who have CDLs who went to truck driving school, um, which, by the way, they do have tuition reimbursement. They also have truck. They also teach people here. So if you don't have your CDL and you want to get it and you're not sure about, you know, going to some place, listen, there are truck driving schools out there that will charge you thousands and thousands. I'm not going to get into names, but there's a guy here who spent thousands of dollars. I mean, nearly $10,000 on truck driver training, and he doesn't know anything. He just spent a couple weeks. I think it was 2 weeks in truck driving school to get his CDL, and they basically taught him how to pass the test, and that's it. And I encourage you, if you're going to look at getting in truck driving, you really do some research and find out something about where you're thinking about going. Because, like Maverick, if you don't have a CDL, you can come here. They'll teach you. And if their CDL training is anything like their securement training, it is going to be great. And that's the reason why I think truck drivers sometimes they get bad names, because there's people out there driving that really have no experience and have very inadequate training. And that would not be the so with Maverick. I do not believe their training is inadequate. I believe it's extensive, and they obviously I'm very pro Maverick. So for that reason, let's see. Covered orientation, benefits. They go over your benefits. Obviously, once you make it through the physical and you get a job offer and you accept that offer, they teach you the Maverick way, which is the minimum is one thing, and Maverick goes a step beyond the minimum, and sometimes 2 or 3 steps beyond the minimum, because they want you to be a safe driver. They want to make sure that the load is secure, and that you're safe securing that load, and that the load gets there. And if God forbid something should happen and you should have a wreck, their desire is the load stays on the trailer. So let's see. Yeah, so they do lots of securement training. They train you to secure most every product. I'm going to be in the glass division, so I will be able to haul. I will be hauling glass and whatever else Maverick will will haul. So if I don't have glass, I can do whatever else. Anything any other flatbed driver can haul. Um, but let's see. They teach some basic driving practices here, things that they want you to do. They got simulators here that you can drive. It's part of the training process. Um, they go above and beyond. So like I said, I've been through orientation. This is my second time through orientation. I'm going through flatbed securement training again. Like I said, I went through a couple years ago. After this is over, I go to glass securement training. After that, the glass securement training is here is over. Then I will go to a glass plant, and I will work on securing glass at a glass plant, which I think is good. Um, and for me, as a returning driver, I get paid $1,000 a week. I get paid $1,000 a week for orientation. I get paid $1,000 a week for securement training. So orientation is about a week long. Flatbed securement is about a week long, and glass securement is about a week long. And I should get my truck assignment at the completion of my glass training. Well, the first half of my glass training, because half of my glass training will be here in North Little Rock. So this is Sunday. It's Sunday morning. So I've been here a solid week now. Um, and so next weekend, next Friday, Saturday, I don't know. I will complete my glass training. I will get a truck assigned to me. I'll go pick up my truck and go do my glass training, my second part of glass training. So, yeah, that's just kind of a real quick overview, even though it seems like it's taking a long time. Um, I gotta get ready to go down to the lobby to go to training. And But just like I said, it's a video log of kind of what I'm doing, and for those of you that are interested in driving a truck, for those of you that are considering Maverick, um, this may be of value to you, or you're just curious. So, yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My email you can reach me at is breacher.preacher@gmail.com. Story behind the email address is I used to be a police officer. I was on the SWAT team, and at the department that I worked at, my job, I was the breacher. I'm the one that knocked the door open, or whatever the case may be. Um, and I'm also a part-time fill-in Baptist preacher. So breacher, BREACHER dot preacher, PREACHER at gmail.com. If you got any questions about Maverick, got any questions about the training or whatever, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to respond to that. So that's it for now, and thanks.